Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back! Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Did you think I was going somewhere? Who told you I was Who told you that lie? That's a lie straight from the pit of hell. Who told you I was going somewhere? I'm not going anywhere. Peekaboo. I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2021, the album. Dad. AF. Rock on! Beast! Gold Dust Woman! How are you guys doing today? Oh my God, I have a very special shout out today. And that shout out is to fellow drama commentary, I don't know what he calls himself, Candle Review Company. We're gonna talk about that in just a second. Fellow drama commentary channel, Adam McIntyre. Today is his birthday. And for his birthday, he went to go see Bonnie Tyler in concert for like the 15th time or something like that. He's in Austria. I have to think, I think he went with his mom, but he loves Bonnie Tyler and he got to do a meet and greet with her. I have to think that because Bonnie Tyler was like my generation, you know, she was like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years before I graduated from high school. But my friends and I, so I will sing this in dedication to Adam's birthday. My friends and I love that song, Turn Around. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified, but then I see the look in your eyes. So happy birthday, Adam. But I have to imagine it's like Adam with all these like 50-year-olds like myself, just like singing around. And what I loved was that on his Twitter, he said that he was like front row, like center. And the whole time, like he and Bonnie were just pointing to each other, singing the lyrics. And I was like, oh my God, that would so be me, right? Anyway, I love that so much. I'll tell you what I don't love so much is that, hold on, I need a sip of my coffee. That's what Boo Radley said. If you don't know what you don't know is a lot, okay? What you don't know is a lot. Anyway, I can smell this candle all over our room now. So let me just tell you, back in the day I used to make a joke that I wasn't a drama channel, that I'm a candle review company, but sometimes I still like to review candles. And so on my Peter Does Stuff channel today, I did this huge unboxing of Bath & Body Works, all these fall candles that I ordered, as you can see right here. Let me tell you about Bath & Body Works. Now, this has never happened to me before, and I really don't understand how it happened this time. But Bath & Body Works sends their candles out like this, okay, in this box. And then they put it in this huge box like this. Then on top of that, underneath the candles, well, I don't know if I can show you this. Underneath the candles and on top of the cardboard box candles, they have all of this, right? And then in between the candles, they have this. So all I can imagine is that this happened to me in the warehouse, all right? But can we just talk about this candle for a second? Like, I'm so afraid to even hold it up because it just keeps on breaking more and more. Can we talk about this candle for a second? Like, go watch my Peter Does Stuff channel. The candle, like, literally breaks apart in my hand. The bottom is broken. Do you see that? Okay, let me show you. Glass was, like, literally falling in my lap. Okay. The lid, and the candle smells fantastic. It's called Salted Sweet Kettle Corn, and the whole room smells like it, and I wish I could burn the candle, but unfortunately I can't, because if I even pushed a little bit harder on the middle of this candle, all the glass would come apart. There's like glass in the box. Bitter! Why can't we have nice things? I was so excited about those damn candles, and mostly I was excited about the sweet kettle corn. I mean, that was one of the things I was excited about, but I'm sure they'll replace my camera. But still, why can't we have nice things? Speaking of nice things, when your lips are dry as mine, then it's Luna Beauty time. The other day I was walking around and I was singing in the house and I said, when you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. See, I actually can sing a little bit, right? And my husband said to me, I go, have you ever seen Sound of Music? He goes, no. Of course he hasn't seen Sound of Music, which is one of the only musicals that I actually know. And he said to me, he goes, is that where you came up with that Lunar Beauty song? And I go, well, actually, somebody commented and gave me the lyrics, but yes, that is how I came up with that song. So anyway, what are we going to talk about today? Is there glass? Like, there's like these little itty bitty shards of glass, like, on my leg. Not happy about it. Oh, we're gonna talk about Jeffree Star and Gabby Hanna. I haven't talked about Gabby Hanna in a while, so I thought it was time. Gabby Hanna put out a very cryptic message, and people are wondering if tomorrow, I don't know why tomorrow, but they're wondering if tomorrow she is going to release a new video, a new song, a new part of the series. People are really wondering what's going on. So we're going to talk about that in just a second. Jeffree Star, well, I mean, it's very interesting the reception that he is getting about doing this video with Shane Dawson. Now I have to tell you, after I upload it, it's like every single time after I like upload a video, like I always remember something. And I was sitting on the front porch out there where I have all my mums and a new wreath that I got from Amazon. I'm going to show that tomorrow on my Peter Does Stuff channel. But I was sitting out there and I was thinking to myself, wasn't Jeffree Star like in Colorado? And then I was like, this is why I wish I would like literally film every bit of his Instagram story, because I could go back and I could fact check the dates of when he was there. Because if he was in Colorado, then maybe he did film with Shane Dawson. Who knows, right? But the overall consensus, I would say, it's probably 70-30, I would say, is that 30% of the people, it seems, although this is mostly underneath Jeffree Star's tweet on Twitter, are extremely excited about the fact that Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson are coming back and doing a video together. They've been waiting for this, okay? The other 70% are not so excited about it. The other 70% seem to me like, they're like, I don't care. Who cares about this makeup? This is from 2 years ago. People are like, if Jeffree Star, a lot of the comments were like, if Jeffree, and I'm not just talking about on my channel, I'm talking about on other channels, on Twitter. I was reading a lot of these threads. People were like, if Jeffree Star really doesn't care about this and this is a joke, then why is he making a video out of it, like to address it? So anything that he gets into, if he gets into a video and makes any kind of joke out of this, you know, people are saying it's going to be a really bad look for him. He also said apparently back in the day that, do you guys remember this when he was like, and I do remember seeing this on his Instagram story. I'm sure I made a video about it at the time. But his stuff supposedly being in TJ Maxx in UK. Because yesterday people were like, well, Nordstrom Rack's not TJ Maxx. Well, his stuff was in TJ Maxx in the UK. I have pictures somewhere in my phone of it. And it's been at Marshall's and things like that too. And then it was in the United States. People were finding it. And Jeffree Star came on an Instagram story and he was like, trust me, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Basically threatening that he was going to sue or something like that when he got to that. Never heard about that. Never heard about how his stuff ended up at TJ Maxx, you know. And that was what people were saying, was he had made fun of Kat Von D, and now it's about this. And that was what I said in my video yesterday, right? Like, I don't care that his makeup's in a clearance store. Like, I've shopped at Nordstrom Rack for years, okay? I've shopped at TJ Maxx, Five Below, Dollar General, all of them, okay? I love thrift stores. It's like one of my favorite stores in the entire world. Is a store called Broad Ripple Vintage. I love thrift stores. I have no issue with the stuff being at a clearance store unless it's expired makeup, and then that's a different story, but I'm not believing that it is if it's being sold in a reputable store. The issue to me is not that the makeup is being sold in a clearance store. The issue to me, okay, is that Jeffree Star has, this isn't even really about Shane Dawson. The issue is that Jeffree Star has made fun of other people. That candle is so strong. So I would suggest you go get the Sweet Kettle Corn candle from Bath & Body Works. Just ask that it's not broken when it comes. But, you know, the issue to me isn't really so much about Shane Dawson previous to this video tomorrow, because it's really about Jeffree Star making fun of other people for having their makeup in these stores, you know? I got this comment yesterday, and this girl was so nice about it. She really was, and she was like, you know, Peter, let me just play devil's advocate for a second. She was like, I love you, and all that kind of, she was very nice about the comment, right? But this is where, and maybe she's not a Jeffree Star fan, but this is where I feel like the Jeffree Star fans will literally come up with any excuse to cover up his actions and behaviors to, like, make sense of nonsense, right? And so this person was like, you know, maybe Jeffree Star made fun of Kat Von D's stuff being in stores so that one day when his stuff was in the store, in those stores, because of course he's not going to be popular forever, then he could reference back to that and make fun of it himself. And I'm like, I don't even understand that line of thinking. Like, I can't even get around that. Like, hey, I appreciate you offering a different point of view. That was really nice, and thank you that you say you love me. I love you too. But I'm like, no, I don't understand this. So Jeffree Star, arrogant, cocky, prideful ego, okay? Made fun of Kat Von D. They had a real fight. He and Kat Von D had like real fights. He came for Kat Von D hard. Do you guys not remember that? That's how I started my channel. People forget the history of this stuff, you know? She made a video called something like Jeffree Star Just Tell the Truth. I mean, it was huge back in the day. You guys, this is before Shane Dawson sainted Jeffree Star, okay? This is when nobody liked Jeffree Star except for those people out there that loved his edginess and his music and his makeup. You know, people would say to me, I love Jeffree Star back then because he lives his extravagant life, and I love his makeup. His makeup is fantastic, and he uses a lot of color in his makeup. People loved that, right? Okay. But his reputation from the get-go was always very sour because much of what he has been criticized for are things that he did when he was on the Warped Tour, or things that he did when he was in the music industry back in the day. It's not so much just from the YouTube stuff, right? So it's interesting to me that people kind of forget that back and forth that he had with Kat Von D. Not just Kat Von D, but other people. He shaded James Charles at being in a Dollar General or something. Do you guys remember that? And he was like, oh, I can't relate. I never. Well, can you relate now? Because your stuff is on clearance rack. It's marked 54% down, you know? And like I said in my video, if he comes out and does anything less than address the fact that, like, hey, I'm, like, embarrassed, and it's like my actions got me to the point where Morphe had to, like, disconnect with me and Shane, and now our stuff is being sold in Nordstrom, because that's it. And it's not that big of a deal. It's like so many people yesterday were like, who cares about this, right? Then the question is, why does Jeffree Star care about this? And you guys, it's almost as if, it's almost like, I don't know what's going on here, okay? I'm no psychic, okay? And I know that this stuff is real easy to figure out. But I said in my video yesterday, then the reason that he took down, because everybody was saying, I kind of forgot to clear this up in my video yesterday, that the reason he took the video down was because Lipstick Nick was getting a lot of negativity her way, right? Because she did a video with Jeffree Star. Lipstick Nick has stood by Jeffree Star through it all right? So she's gotten her fair share of negativity through the years, I'm sure. But why now? Like, Jeffree's not in the middle of some huge drama right now, so why would she get any more now than before that would cause him to pull down that video? I'm not buying that, okay? And he hasn't put the video back up, even though he asked people if he should put the video back up, and it was a landslide amount of people in the comment sections below that were, it was almost every person that was like, yeah, I want to see the video, or I saw the video and there was nothing wrong with it, so why'd you take it down? And supposedly it was about that grilled cheese moment, but that wasn't it. I don't know. So anyway, he was feeding Lipstick Nick a grilled cheese sandwich in the video. I'm starting to believe that it really is about let's stir up drama. It's interesting to me that Jeffree Star talked about that in the Harry Jowsey podcast, right? So that means that it's on his mind, that when you stir up drama, okay, that you're going to get more sales, because he referenced something about that, right? So yesterday in my video I said, unless he has Halloween mystery boxes coming out, and that's what all of this is about. That's what the Shane video is about, because his mystery boxes the last 2 times have not sold out at all. None of his releases are selling out anymore. And I know everybody's like, the fans are like, well, it's because he orders so much. Then don't. Like, if you're such a genius, a businessman, why are you ordering too much of a product? That doesn't make any sense, right? So you can do 400 mystery boxes with it? Okay. So I said yesterday in my video, unless he has his Halloween mystery boxes coming out, because he always does Halloween mystery boxes. You guys, this is unreal to me, all right? So I post my video, and literally right around the same time, right after my video goes up, here it is, 23 hours ago, Jeffree Star posted, who's ready for the Halloween Jeffree Star Cosmetics mystery boxes? These will be the last boxes of 2021, announcing everything next week. And I was like, girl, you are so obvious. You literally are the lonely doll. I mean, you are so obvious. This is all just a sales tactic. This is all just a sales tactic. And what's really sad to me about this is that if the bottom line to Shane Dawson, or to Jeffree Star, really is money, 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 which I think it's really hard to look at Jeffree Star the last couple years, because I saw a lot of comments yesterday from people saying, I think Shane Dawson has changed. And then there were a lot of people that were like, where's the evidence that Shane Dawson's changed? And if he's doing a video with Jeffree Star, that even further shows that he hasn't changed, right? But I didn't see very many comments from people talking about how Jeffree Star has changed. To Jeffree Star, the bottom line has always been the almighty dollar, right? Okay. So, and that's fair as a businessman. But if you're doing this video with Shane to pump attention to your release of the mystery boxes so that they sell out in whatever products you're going to have next, because Shane has always been good for the reputation of Jeffree Star, okay? And even now, I think, even though Shane is getting so much criticism, I still think Shane will be good for the Jeffree Star. I do, okay? And I think Jeffree Star knows that. So then Jeffree Star's using Shane Dawson again to get to the top. But we want to talk about how they're like diehard friends. Friends don't do that to each other, okay? If I was Jeffree Star in this situation, and Shane Dawson was my friend, like my good Judy Tanya is, and I really, and we were in the exact same situation, I would say, you know, Shane, I'll reference you in the video, and I'll talk about how we talked about this and whatever, but I don't think it's a good look for you and I to do a video together right now. Like, I don't think it's going to do you any favors. I know you want to make a return to YouTube. I know that you want to start making these movies and things like that. I think you should just stay on that trajectory, and maybe we shouldn't go back to what we did before, because people are going to tear it apart, right? And I don't want that for you. But Jeffree Star didn't do that. But people excuse that, and they say, oh, they're real friends, because real friends stick by each other, you know? I don't know. To me, I think real friends look out for each other. I think real friends have each other's back. This, to me, isn't Jeffree Star having Shane Dawson's back. This, to me, is dragging Shane Dawson yet again, and he's a grown adult. He could have said no, okay? This is yet again Jeffree Star dragging Shane Dawson into some drama, which hopefully the video goes well for them. Hopefully there's something in the video that will, I don't know, make people look at Shane Dawson in a different way. So that's that. Interestingly enough, though, spinning over to Gabbie Hanna might have something to release tomorrow as well, too. So let me tell you, I've been thinking about doing a video like, where is Gabbie Hanna? You know, I used to do those with Tati and everybody when they would take a break. And Gabbie Hanna she's not missing. Where's Gabby? Can't find her. Where's Gabby? Who'd care? No, I'm sure she's got lots of people that care about her, all her fans and her friends, and I don't know, her painting bunnies and things like, she's been painting bunnies. Painting bunnies of bunnies coming out of hats, coming out of hats, coming out of hats. I almost said ASS. It kind of reminds me of those dolls. You remember that? It's always a genius idea for her. But I have to tell you, I do kind of like her painting. I really do, you know. I mean, her painting's not bad. Like, I would have a painting of hers in my house. I like her paintings, you know. I don't necessarily like the words that she sometimes puts to it when she puts poems and things like that on there, but I do like her paintings. I think she's a good painter. You know, I don't know what I said in the past. I probably said she was a horrible painter, but it's colorful. It's to me, you know, if a friend of mine painted that picture, I'd have it in my house too. I like some of her paintings. But anyway, you know, it has been 2 months since Gabbie Hanna has put out part of the series, all right? The last video that she put out was Jessie Smiles. She never addressed anything to do with Daniel Prada and I got songs stuck in my head for days. You ever have that happen to you? Too much, too little, too late to ever go again. I've been listening to that song. Who sings that song? I've been listening to that like on repeat. Johnny Mathis and what's her name? Denise Williams. Wasn't she on the Footloose soundtrack? I loved Denise Williams back in the day. Tani and I, my good Judy, we were driving the other day, and this guy kept on like driving next. Did I share this story on here? He kept on driving next to us, and he was like looking at us, and I had my fan in my car, and I went, and we were singing like it was a microphone. We had so much fun. But anyway, I love that Johnny Mathis song, Don't You So Much. Oh, here it is right here, Better Together, the duet album. Too much, too little, too late to ever love again. Anyway, so Gabbie Hanna, she started feeding out these tweets. Well, I mean, not really tons of them, but she put out here, hold on a second, there I'm in Jeffree Star, let me get into Gabbie Hanna. Okay, she's been putting out these tweets that nobody knows what they're about. Like, here's a piece of her artwork. See, I like it, it's colorful, and I mean, yeah, I mean, it's art student-ish, but it's colorful, it's pretty, I think it's cute. That was from 9/22. And then 5 days ago, okay, she put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. And she left out the 6. And people underneath here were speculating. Some of the comments I didn't even understand. Now, Gabby's got it turned off so that, like, if you... I think it says it underneath here, doesn't it? Or did she change that? People that Gabbie Hanna follows or mention can reply. So, like, I can't reply because she don't follow me. She don't care about me. So, anyway, that means that is truly like looking at the world through rose-colored glasses, when the only people that can respond to you are the people that you follow. And then if they say something critical of you, well, you just unfollow them and block them with quickness. Then the only thing that you see in your feed is nice things. What? No, Tati, no. What phoniness of the world is that? Oh my God, I can't even. How pathetic for an influencer to turn off the responses because she can't handle what people are going to say to her. I know people are going to be like, well, it's self-preservation, it's good. Whatever. Gabby Hanna has had no problem coming for everybody, okay? But she can't handle it for 1 second when somebody is critical of her at all. Period. End of story. I'm so heated today. No, I'm not. I got to watch The Real Housewives. I got to catch up on. Last night we watched American Horror Story. We're totally caught up. And I'm watching The Last Man. I'm getting caught up on that. But I got to get myself worked up because I'm going to watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills tonight. I got, I think, 2 episodes to catch up on that, or just 1. And then Salt Lake City, and then Tanya Jean and I are going to do our video. But anyway, so she put this out, and people are like, what's being released on Friday? And I'm like, how'd they come up with Friday? And then I started reading the tweets, and I was like, oh, because that's the 6th day, and 6 is being left out. Wouldn't it be so sad for Gabby Hanna to release some video tomorrow on the same day that Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, unless her video that she released tomorrow was truths about Shane Dawson. Now, that could make for a very interesting drama weekend for me, and a very busy one too. If Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star would release a video talking about their makeup being sold in Nordstrom Rack, and that would kind of be like Shane Dawson's return a little bit, on the same day that Gabby Hanna did a video talking about what people don't know about Shane Dawson, like things that she's told me, that she still hasn't addressed, and I don't think she ever will. I don't think she's going to finish a series. I think she's done. Who'd care at this point? And I think she knows that, and it's causing her more problems than anything else. I really do not think that Gabby Hanna believed that anybody would come out and counter her, you know? First it was Jessie Smiles. Then it was Joey Graceffa and Daniel Prada, okay? She never addressed that. It's like the only person that she'll come back at is Jessie Smiles. And Trisha Paytas, well, that was the other one. Trisha Paytas and Gabby Smiles. It's like the only people that she will come back and attack or address or whatever and be like, oh, that's not true or that's not true. And she does it in a very patronizing way, where she's sitting, you know, on her bed, and she's it's so manipulative and calculated. It's like she's sitting on her bed and she's like pointing to stuff, and she's like, and this isn't true. And she's laughing at it like it's this inside joke that she's having with her girlfriends in her room, you know? And it's so calculated. It's like she's so condescending and patronizing in those moments that I don't think that she thought anybody would ever counter her besides those two. And then Joey Graceffa and Daniel Prada came out. She didn't say anything about that. They had evidence. They had proof that Gabby Hanna lied in her video. And still to this day, people excuse Gabby away. They say, well, I mean, maybe she saw it differently. No, there's no way to see things differently. You didn't sign your medical forms, okay? Daniel had to go buy you special foods. You didn't show up for your costume fittings. You didn't show up for certain things. You didn't fulfill your contract. Thanks a lot, society. Little Eileen Warnos for you today. Thanks a lot, society. Ladder claims re-elections. You're using me for everything. Doesn't matter because they say that I'm going to come back in 2025. I have that video clip in my phone if you want to see it. Oh, don't believe me? Hold on a second. People are like, oh yeah, sure he does. Sure he does. All my haters are like, he doesn't have that in my phone. In his phone, my good Judy Mel, she's like, he sure does. He pulls it out about once a week. Hold on.
I lost my fucking life because of it. Couldn't even get a fair trial. Couldn't even get a fair investigation or nothing.
Anyway, I just put that on every once in a while to remind myself I'm more sane than I thought I was. So anyway, Gabby Hanna, what's your next move? Okay, painting. Now I will say this, okay? As somebody that has covered this now, if she's done with the series and she's done with all this, quit putting cryptic messages out. Go on and paint. Go on and make your music. That's what you said you want to do, and I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're finally doing what makes you happy. Because honestly, the drama doesn't seem to make Gabby Hanna happy. It just really doesn't. She wanted to prove a point, and she missed it, okay? She wanted to prove a point of what YouTube... I think she thought this series was going to be received like a Shane Dawson series. I really think she thought that. That let me show you the inside workings of YouTube and how everybody screws each other over. And it failed. It just failed. It failed, girl. You failed. It's horrible, okay? And it's not even a series. It's you sitting in front of a computer throwing up 9 million receipts. It's something that people don't even understand anyway. And quite frankly, who wants to read so many receipts? Not me. I know Gabby Hanna, she smoke a good J and sit up there and read receipts from 2004, but not me, okay? Not on a good day, not on a third day, I don't care. Not on a Tuesday in July. Am I gonna sit there? Well, I don't smoke J's. But sit there and read receipts from 2004. Who'd care? Who'd care all day long? Gabby Hanna, she'd care. She was to prove the whole world wrong. And that's what she thought she was going to do with this series, right? But it didn't work. It didn't work. It failed for her. So I hope if she is putting something out, it's a song. And I hope it's not a cryptic song that she's going to be explaining to the world all her woes and how everybody's done her wrong, you know? I really do wish that for Gabby. I mean, you know, I joke about it and whatever because, you know, hey, she brought us to the circus, okay? But, you know, like, for me, I say this all the time. I do truly want happiness for these people, you know? And so when I'm sitting there and I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, she has stayed out of the drama. Maybe she will. Please don't. But I do think that she needs to come out and address the fact that she's not going to finish the series. Even just with a tweet. Say, hey, you guys, I thought a lot about it. And I just, even if she doesn't want to take ownership over anything, just say, I decided not to finish the series. So, you know, there it is. Enjoy what I put out of it. I'm going on and I'm doing my music and my painting, right? Until I can't pay my bills. And then I'm going to have to stir up some drama again so that people go buy my songs. Because I don't know about you, okay? But I know Adele is coming out with a new album and people are real excited about that. But I haven't heard anybody run into Karma Records, okay, to buy the newest album of Gabby Hanna. I don't dislike her music, you know, not all of it. That Out Loud song back in the day, I liked that song, you know? But I think it's hard as a YouTuber to sell your music if you're not pushing it in other ways. And Jeffree Star, I mean, they're both car salesmen, is what they are. Gabby Hanna and Jeffree Star are both car salesmen, okay? Like, let me throw you the pitch kind of thing here. Catch it, and I'm going to give you a great deal. And you just got screwed and you didn't even know it, you know? Oh, I bought this song for $1.29 on iTunes. I don't even like this song. What? Is this a remix of Alanis Morissette? I swear it sounds kind of like it. Anyway, so I don't know what she's got coming on, but she's got to have to be doing something soon. She's been tweeting more of these cryptic things out there. So let me know what you think Gabby Hanna's going to be doing coming up real soon. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.